What?
And welcome back to the Baldur's Gate through, and with our new recruits of Hexad, Nalia and Gorgon Bloodaxe, one very unpleasant dwarf. So it's time to head to the graveyard to see what is the crypt they was mentioning about. Which is this one, actually.
This is the place. The tomb of Dragomir.
Alright, so is there any way to get in?
Before.
What?
I don't remember.
Well, let's just get in. Something really badly wants us to get into the tomb. Yep. We are really invited to get inside, but not so friendly ways, you know, because there's a mentioning of that. They want us to open the tomb. Alright. That's completely fine. But why are they attacking us then? That doesn't sound particularly, you could say, friendly.
Simple. Yes.
Invite.
If you wish.
But getting inside.
I must enter.
So we will go. And this is actually a completely new locations in the original one. This grey or tomb was,
Am I needed?
but it wasn't anything like that. It was just a small room with a couple of monsters inside and this treasure. But now it leads to Tomb of Dragomir. So
Yeah. Yes.
getting inside. And yeah, I did some pre-playing through this place just to know that what kind of perils there lies ahead, and there lies quite lots of perils, of the more annoying and dangerous kind than the really dangerous kind. So this is not so much of a.
Swords, not words.
Be quick with it.
The treasure is still here.
Well, it's good news. So
Minsk and Boo stand ready.
As you wish.
Huh? What do you want?
something wants us to get into the tomb. And they are quite hostile.
Go for the eyes, Boo. Go for the eyes, yeah!
As you wish.
That's not right.
Please, let me help.
Yeah. And there's traps in here, but I do remember exactly where they were, so trying to
As you wish.
progress through this place quite carefully.
What?
Every hamster has his day.
Yep.
You point. I point.
How can I help? I await your need.
What do you want, Crown? Aye, that be sounded right.
As I will.
Yeah,
Swords,
bloody
not
ready.
words.
Am I needed?
Ah! My weapon does nothing.
Please.
Minsk and Boo stand ready.
Something is wrong
Weapon
here.
does nothing.
Something is wrong here.
Magical weapons in this place are very necessary.
Something is wrong here.
As you wish.
And she's got the enthusiasm of somebody who's very heavily taken drugs And I'm spamming my saves because not doing so would be quite...
You must enter the tomb.
A tomb within a tomb.
It's the only way to get to...
Well, so...
The way to it lies within. Be careful. I cannot.
Well,
You must go.
Yes. What?
And that's a place where you...
Every hamster has his viewpoint. I punch.
I'm ready for anything.
As you wish.
Swords,
Yes.
not words.
What do you want?
So, getting inside. And this place leads to a battlefield, so where there's a very unpleasant kind of enemy. That kind of enemy which can makes you
Could find a home.
drain your levels, so you need level drain protection. So, well, I got no wish to fight you. Alright, well, Burik, well, well, I don't want to fight you. I came to give you new orders. Don't bother me. I've got less civil authority. Well, so, and he picks a fight. And if with the without the
My weapon does nothing.
come on, pick the hammer. Yep. And luckily also the trap in here also gave him quite a nice big bump of damage. So I got a quite important key item.
The rod is a key. There
my
is
weapon does
an
nothing.
opening
What?
near the tomb's
Yeah.
entrance. It should fit. Use it quickly.
Something is wrong here.
Weapon
Something
does
is wrong
nothing.
here. I am ready.
Yes.
And Gorgon's been stunned.
Mince and Boo stand ready. Every hamster has his day.
Simple.
And there's all kinds of stuff in here, like incomplete pieces of
You point
skeleton and all that.
What do you want, groundling?
And Gorgon is, you can say, he's perhaps one of the best, perhaps the best fighter of the entire game, if not one of the best, if not the best. But he is very obnoxious. He's very unpleasant personality,
What do you want?
without much depth. But there's not much need for big depth characters. Sometimes you just need somebody who is really good at being unpleasant and
Yes.
violent. And that's exactly Gorgon is very good at.
What?
Yeah, be bloody ready.
He's tough as hell and mean, tough and mean as hell. That's all. That's his characterization.
Yes. Simple.
And knowing that there's not always need for bigger, more complex characterizations than that.
What? If you wish.
Now that door leads to quite much further to face Dragomir himself, or itself, however you wanna call it. And he's quite nasty case with unpleasant abilities. So it's time to save and prepare. Alright, trying to get the...
Swords,
Time
not
to
words.
Am I needed?
see what
As
kind
you
of
wish.
things this Tomb of Hexad has. Well, yeah, sleeper almost broke. And trying to get my...
Mince and Boo stand ready. Every hamster has his day.
Please, let me help.
As you wish. If it is necessary.
trying to make sure that my air elementals there to do some whooping up to ass paining to hurting to the Hagomiha, and of course well, still trying to keep the groove smacking at him, right? Because, well, if you try to fight Hagomiha fair and square, he's gonna just charm your crew to be absolutely useless state, meaning that you don't get to do shit.
I am ready.
You point.
I'm ready
I
for
punch.
anything.
Be quick with it.
How can I help?
Yep, and right away, jump right back. Well, luckily it went down and out of its existence. Yeah, just
Subtly made and subtly maintained. For good killing grounds.
yeah.
What do you want, groundling?
And just while I was at it, I sent the greater elemental to fight against some sort of shadow fiends over there, just to make sure that they actually are. There's actually some sort of fighting going on. Oh, but there was a
Swords, not
Make
words.
yourself awake.
Be
Let
quick
me
with
help.
it.
quite important.
Great fun.
And now let's just get rid of the skeleton warrior, just because there's no need for that. Keep it. And fight goes on and on and on.
Mince and boost and
Yep, fighting fair
Ready for
in this game
I await your move.
is quite a foolish idea, especially knowing that
every hamster has his day. You point. I punch. Swords, not words.
well, there's the grave of
Mince
Hexat.
and boost and ready.
No. No, this is wrong. The sleeper is near, but not here.
So who is the
Sleeper
sleeper?
must awake. The sleeper is valuable beyond price.
But I did find the sleeper.
The sleeper. She wakes. Mistress, I've done as you command. Please let me live.
Forgive me, Clara. This is the only way.
Ah.
Yeah. Actually, Hexat is not actually her, but a vampire.
Good to finally meet you.
But she appears to be civil. Did you say meet or eat?
Very droll, but I expect nothing more at this point.
So, well, as
We
what?
do, after a fashion. I am Hexat of Mesro.
And
A
what
pawn
about
in
the
a
one?
game I've been playing a long time. Her sacrifice was unfortunate, but necessary.
So-
Everything's a game.
Well. So what? Well, I don't like playing.
You'll lose. I've some personal matters that need tending to. Meet me at the Copper Coronet in 2
So
hours.
what's he's
I
gonna
need to
do?
see an
Well,
old friend.
Well, how
Too
long she
long.
spent then here?
See you in 2 hours.
Out with it.
Yep. Hexat is actually a vampire. And she had a pawn. But
Yes.
it's not just that. There's something else in here as well.
Where is it? Where is Dragomir's cloak?
Alright, oh yeah, well, oh the rag,
Give
well
it to
I
me.
took it, well, let's see have it.
Feels like I'm wearing a wet rug and is nowhere near as fetching.
Well, what's the
Nothing.
matter?
It's nothing. For a moment I felt different. Fine.
Well-
I'm fine. There's business I must attend to. Meet me
Oh,
at the
well,
coroner in 2
alright,
hours.
alright.
That's it.
She is very blunt, but appears to be quite understandable. And the cloak she took, the Hagumia's cloak, actually allows her to be a daywalker. She can walk in the daylight. It makes her weak, but she can walk in daylight. Meaning she's quite powerful. Or that's potentially extremely powerful thing to have.
What?
A daywalking vampire.
As I thought. Yes.
So, but it's time to actually save after this kind of little plot element and see what else is happening. To go there, Copper Coronet little while later. Now I am walking around the graveyard again. Time later, and there's a ghost in here.
Who are you?
And he had a teddy bear, and he wants a teddy bear, so let's him have it. Just because of being nice. And that can be found from Copper Coronet to from one quite unpleasant fellow in there that whom you can kill without any kind of regret or problem about it. And there's quite lots of different little interludes finding about, because this game feels much more, you could say, compact, but than the original Baldur's Gate. And a grave, opened grave. Oh,
Hello?
yeah. Well. And
Yes.
there's some sort of kidnapping league which will also perish people alive.
Yes.
So, and there's a grave digger. So, well, yeah, well, little rushed, like, you know, cutting corners, like not making sure the companies are dead. So, yeah, let's do some threats around here. Well, where's the guy? And let's tell him to run away, just because, hey, I can be quite nice guy when I want to. And now I'm heading back to the Copper
You have
Coronet.
been waylaid by enemies.
But before that happens, I must fight against some pests.
How can I help? Only I could do it. All you need is me. I try so hard.
And they already died. And once I'm again in the Copper Coronet, and there's Hexat in her corner. So let's have a chat with her.
Yeah.
You came. I'm glad.
She speaks quite bluntly, but not directly.
No, but I wouldn't have been surprised if you hadn't shown up either.
So, well,
My
has she done
employer
this?
is aware
Well,
of this
and she
situation.
works for somebody. And what does she wish
The
to do?
question is what you wish.
Well, she is great because, well, she's the only actual she's an actual thief class that you can level up in this game. So
I
let's
thought
ask
you'd never ask.
her to join me. Yeah, neutral evil, and they seem to have placed a lot of emphasis to making her something that they wanna really pay back the fact that you really couldn't have a regular. That there wasn't a regular, you could say, thief in Baldur's Gate 2. So now they're gonna overcompensate by giving you a bloody very powerful. Okay, so what's it?
Hold on to this for me.
So what is it?
This was Dragomir's secret weapon. A way to easily transport his coffin wherever. I'm putting my life in your hands here. Don't let me down.
And now there's a way to actually resurrect Hexata herself.
It has been some
And of
time
course
since I've
some
been this
romantic dribble assault. And well, memories well.
What do you want?
Yeah. Oh, but it still looks like that my actual main quest would still be to go to the graveyard again and go loot the tomb for some valuable book. No.
A dream. A dream of many
When you
things,
go
of
arrest,
friends and family. Don't they?
you're gonna get a dream sequence, which are much better than just the talk sequences, and they are much more impressive. It's real impressively beautiful.
Yes, this was my home for someone else does. He wants something. I don't know why. Those in the cows don't even know. Why don't I? Do you remember Gorion? They were the guidance. You are far away. Too far. I don't remember any of you. Do you remember Saravak? Or any other? I don't know. They sought your death and mine. They seem so important. Something else is more dangerous. Closer. Do you remember me? I can almost see. I want to, but too late. You will come too late.
She resists. She clings to her old life as though it actually matters. She will learn.
And some foreshadowing as well from the dream, Irenicus.
It is a portrait of what has happened and what may happen. Do you cling to the past, or can you see through the pain? You feel the potential within, don't you? Will you cringe from what you know you want, what you can take as your own? You know what you want. It is you, after all, which has brought us to the dream. Nothing is real. Yet.
Yep, Irenicus can appear in dream, or actually Ballspawn pulled him to his dream. And again arriving to the graveyard with all kinds of characters and people around here. And this is gonna be real funny.
Help me, please. It's Uncle Lester. He's risen from his grave. He scared everyone away who was at the funeral, and now he's come after me.
Yeah, cheapskate.
We must rest soon.
Boo is getting you know that belonged to your grandfather, you ungrateful git.
Ah! It's him!
Call me a fiend, will you? Why, I've never seen such a cheap funeral in my life. You sold my clothes and kept the casket closed. You picked the flowers this morning from near the swamp.
Yeah, but I let him gonna be killed because you know that's way too funny story. Yeah, Uncle Lester, one of the greatest undead ever. So let's talk with the cleric. Yeah, he is drunk. Yeah, that was just a, you could say, pointless little episode of comedy to add some
I am ready.
Uncle Lester rising from his grave to kill a nephew, and you could of course kill him, or you could go and let him kill the nephew. Yeah, it's quite one and the same. Not really matters what you do. Both result in quite similar level of silly. But now I'm at the main crypts of the beneath Azkatla.
Yes. Out with it.
And these have, I'd say it is quite,
What?
oh well, I don't know. Well, when you always have when you put crypts to your game, they usually always are of the Egyptian style structures. And well, there's no reason not to do it like that, because Egyptian style structures are beautiful. There's no denying that. They are visually appealing. Even though they are not necessarily, you could say, the most comprehensible by the sense of architecture there might be in the place. But they still do work quite fine, in sense that you can always put them however you want, however you could care to make them. But it's time to get further, and there's bloody huge spiders around here as well, and they are dangerous.
See what your guts been looking like.
But luckily the more effective ways of healing and doing damage make these places much, you could say, much less frightening than they, or spiders much less frightening than they used to be, even though they are still quite, you could say, respectable in level of dangerousness.
Rest would be welcome, lest we endanger ourselves.
Especially the sports spiders. The poisonous spiders are not as... well, they are dangerous, yes, but they are not even remotely as nasty, unpleasant cases of murderous death coming towards you. And these places are very important for this game, because you're gonna go to these crypts a lot. So it's better to get prepared right away.
As I thought.
Ether cap. Not the most horrifying thing, but the pestful and pest enough.
A skull breaker.
Yep, right through the skull.
What?
It is done.
Huh?
Oh, I
If you
am.
wish.
Yeah, quite a lot of these poison spider, sword spiders. They are dangerous
Yes.
in the very unpleasant level of
What?
obnoxious.
Huh? Yes. What do you want?
So let's just try to use the regular tactic of tanking, and well, it worked at the original Baldur Gate, so there's no reason why it wouldn't work now as well. Especially against enemies which are who are melee centric.
Yes.
But luckily, sword spiders are not poisonous or venomous. They can't cause you. They can't leave you lingering to poison death from their attacks. So So that kind of balances out their level of dangerous. And you might also notice Hexad has a natural regeneration for she being a vampire, which is cool. So they really wanted to make sure that you have a really good thief in your group.
I just knows it. A southern tomb within the open cavern. The old time we got the business.
Nature says I would have.
What do you want, Growling? That's not right.
Rest if I fight.
There were some pests around here as well, but I went and removed them just out of spite. And this is the actual direction to go. Yeah, Egyptian style structures.
Swords, not words.
And of course, and real load of unpleasantness. Yep. Something you really don't want to pick fight. This is something you really don't want to be unprepared. And getting forward in this, in the location, facing some shadows and wraiths and shadow fiends, which are all dangerous.
I await your need.
But their degree of extreme level of dangerous is varies quite a lot, actually.
How can I help?
But still, just unleashing my groove.
Be quick with it. What do you want, Growling?
With there.
Yes, be bloody ready.
With all
I
the
will
basic.
do what I must.
And try to hope that Rotka's tanking is enough to take down.
Blood and glory! Now you die! Let's see what your guts be looking like.
Something is wrong here.
As I thought, mine is the fist of death.
Something is wrong
And
here.
well, level and there's a level drain happening in this game, but luckily, it's something that, well, its effects are absolutely horrifying, extremely unpleasant, dangerous, but luckily it's something that, well, and if you're wizards or mages, however you wanna call it, those who use magic are much more dependent on their level and equipment. Oh well, you are not having a good day when that happens. Level drain.
How can I help? I am ready.
What would you have?
Mages are useless mages, and even the worse are level drained clerics because
Am I needed?
What do you want,
because all the healing spells which that you can use to
Nature
Swords, not words!
mitigate level drain's effects are, well, they are quite high level spells.
I await your need. As you
Beat us here! Those scoundrels are dying on me supper cold skill of overwhelmed. I need to pick a sword.
What do you want?
But I want to get a bit further
What?
Minsk
and then
stand ready.
You are lucky.
What's the beggar's immune? What's the beggar's immune?
Next swing.
Weapon has no effect. Something is wrong here. I am ready. Something is wrong here. You require nothing more.
Right over their graves all they dance, and I swear, stolen from under me. I'll do the work of ferreting out where the blasted book will be, and those cracknuts taken away.
Yes, he is deliciously hammy and ill-tempered. Oh yeah.
Yes.
And there's a house at Temple District that I need to find just to make sure that
Yeah.
just to get there. And some skeleton warriors as well.
My wounds must be done.
And these are, you were supposed to say, they used to be very dangerous. Well, they still are, but not as not in degree of extremely horrifyingly dangerous as they used to be. Because regular attacks do damage them. They don't seem to have any kind of special immunity to various kinds of attacks you might be delivering. Yep, they go down. Well, time to head to the Temple District then. No. Leaving the graveyard, heading to the Temple District, which of course houses several temples. And also sewers and Pimlico Estate, which we are meant to be and investigate. Maybe we could ambush
Rest would be welcome.
the unpleasant person.
Listen to me, my brothers. It's
No argument.
Hold. Is it? I say that the church is locked.
No.
No, you lost such words.
Quiet.
I call on you to.
Oh, shall we do?
But there is. Do not listen.
Don't speak to. Don't you hear?
No, my. A true. No. I'll do it.
Yes.
Come then.
What will you do? Quit you.
Come then, my faithful. Follow me.
We must rest soon.
So there's a cult.
It's getting squirrely.
Not do it all. We cannot have the slim of faith lured away by such talk.
And there is a need to be and there's some sort of religious schism.
You've all taken too long. Ransacked she is. Looted she.
And the dialogue, it doesn't always run well because, well, this place is looted. Yep.
By the looks of it, me former comrades have painted Pimlico's finery with his innards.
So now I know where to go and to dig them out from there. Whatever. So the roof of so they decided to do the old-fashioned thing that instead of just delivering the goods and being paid, they decided to not deliver the goods and get paid by killing the guy who hired them. In a sense, it's very crude, but proven method of saving expenses from time to time again. So, to the Copper Coronet it is then. Oh, at the Copper Coronet roof, time to get busy and see what's going on.
Changed their gander, sackbag. Still a land gulping dirt shoot.
Yep, Corgan's diplomacy. Yep. the insults have been thrown. And don't go pick up a fight hexad.
If you start... That's not right!
Can you blast out the... Yeah, you can summon... A nymph that druid can summon is actually quite powerful. In fact, that because it knows some magic. Like you can, of course, chant it. But, of course, the basic idea is still the same. Kill the magicians, and the rest is just goes down to the whopping hacking things to bits.
To suck it! That's one fine mess that I done cleaned up. I did the killing, but I ends up with the gold, the book, and the satisfaction of kicking their tails. A good day.
Oh yeah. Alright, now I aided Gorgon to do a job, and that's it. Time to end this episode right here. Next time it's time to do something else.
I could use a bit of a lie down, lest I drop Boo on the battlefield. Have we a healer near?
Oh yeah, well, hang on, Minsk, you know. Yeah, Minsk does not worry about himself, he worries about Boo. Which is good thing. Because giant hamsters miniaturized are a rare thing to do. But see you next time. See ya.